Okay, hello lovelies. This is The Spill with Tara LaShawn, and I'm talking about Power, Episode 6, Season 4, New Man. Whoa. Okay, I wasn't really feeling this episode. It was just a lot going on, it was a lot going on, and it was a lot to take in for an hour, okay? Um, First of all, let me say this review does contain spoilers. So if you have not watched the episode yet, to prevent you from being upset with me, I want you to just tune out and come back. Watch it after you've watched the episode of Power, unless you just want to hear what's going on before you watch it. Make sure you hit the like button and share it with friends. But moving on, like I said, there was so much going on in this episode, and the term new man, yes, is going to hit both ways. One, we see Ghost is going to be a new man because he's free. He's walking into his freedom, or so he thinks. And Tariq is going to be a new man. And I'm going to get to Tariq's little badass in a while. But the episode started out with Ghost having a flashback of him killing the marshal, aka Charlie Murphy. And so he wakes up screaming to realize, hey, I'm in my bed. I'm home. And so thank you, Courtney Kemp, thank you, Power Producers. We got to see Ghost's ass. Yay! We got to see his, yes! Ow! Okay, I'm sorry. But I was like, oh, wow, yay, and he's out of jail, and then we get an added goodie, we get his booty, yay! So he's getting ready, everything, puts his suit on, puts his earring back in, goes into the kitchen to talk to Tasha. Tasha's trying to avoid him at all cost at this point because she's like, excuse my notifications. People talking about how people like, I have to look at one of our friends posted on his page. He's like, I have to look at y'all ugly ass faces on Facebook all day long, but you get on here and talk about power and people want to delete you. Like, yeah, that's the 12th commandment. Thou shalt not disrespect power. Okay, but back to this. He's telling Tasha, he's like, where's the kids? And I was thinking this, and I said this in my last review also. The kids knew their dad was getting out of jail, so why did both of them decide they're going to go sleep at friends' houses? Are you that pissed off at your dad? Or I thought Raina would definitely be there. I thought that Raina was just daddy's girl. She was missing, baby girl was missing daddy and was just crying and everything. They sitting there, found out he was coming home, and they were just like, even Tasha. And so help me, if Tasha sleeps with Terry, I'm going to reach through the TV. I'm going to choke the life out of her. Okay, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Ooh, emotions. Can't take it. I'm not supposed to be feeling these type of emotions just at 30-something. Anyway. So Ghost wants to start over new with Tasha, and Tasha's like, I don't know, I just watched Angela throw her career away from you, so I know this is not over. She's just like, I know it's not over. Whatever. I would have been like, yeah, we could start over because, apparently we have these kids, we're going to stay together. I wouldn't leave Ghost. Me personally, I wouldn't leave Ghost, even though, yeah, he cheated with Angela, whatever. I mean, she cheated too, move on, make it an open marriage, whatever, move on. Support him in trying to be legit, and Tasha she irks me with that because it's like, what do you want from James? I just kind of want to know that, and guys, tell me in the comments if you have an idea, because I surely don't. I don't know what she wants out of James anymore. Does she, because she got upset about the money not being there. Okay, I understand the money for security purposes, yes, but maybe if you stop going shopping every day. Hey, I'm just saying, if I was a housewife in that position, I wouldn't be shopping every day. I'd be sitting back and letting the money just sit there. I understand her being upset that he took it and he didn't talk to her, and they have this big communication error now because she has called Simon Stern and made a deal with him, and James, upon being his new self, walking out and being like, I'm completely out, I'm clean, I'm out of the business, I'm just finna chill and everything. And him walking around looking at the club like, It's just like I'm home, nothing's left, nothing, everything is just how I left it. Yay! And then he turned around and he's like, ugh, Stern, why are you here? He's like, ugh. And then he finds out Stern needs him to be the front man for him a tax break on property or whatever. So he needs him to be able to get loans because he's black. And so he's like, okay. And he asked Tasha, why, if you knew this was the devil, why did you make a deal with him? And they're going back and forth, so obviously communication issues. Oh. It's Sunday, I'm taking communion. Don't knock my religion, okay? Anyway. So, we get to Julio meeting up with Dre. And he's trying to find where Tommy is. Tommy left his phone when he went to Chicago. And this is what got me. Dre and Cristobal set Julio up. Okay? They set him up to get him out of the way because Dre wants to be the new distributor. He wants to be in that position that Julio's in. Julio is playing this very level-headed. He's not psychotic like Tommy. He's not cutthroat like Dre. Julio is loyal. Y'all, they took Julio from us. I'm like, I can't take much more of this. I'm like, first, no, I wanted Greg to go. Yeah, it's kind of sad when Lobos went. But I'm like, again, you done took somebody, Holly, yeah, I kind of wasn't expecting it to be Tommy, but the way it played out. Okay. I could deal with all of them being killed. But you kill Julio? Oh, man, why y'all do that? I felt like when Sean died. When Sean was killed off the show, that's how I felt watching Julio die. But Julio went out truly like a G. He confronts Dre, first of all. He's like, okay, first of all, what you doing hanging out with Kanan? And he's like, well, he just came by, what did he do? He come by Truth and I'm supposed to just kick him out? Notice that Julio didn't say where he saw him at. He didn't say if he saw him at Truth, or he didn't say if he saw him at the little hidden away spot. So I'm like, okay, Dre. Digging himself. So I'm thinking Julio gonna take all this information and take it back to Tommy. Well, Dre and Cristobal trying to get him out the way, gonna set him up with his old gang so that they can kill him. So he's like, I know some people that unhappy with their distributors and everything. They can come over here and push more weight for us. Let me set the meeting up. He's like, nah, I'm gonna talk to Tommy. You gonna call Tommy? When does Tommy not want to make money? So you gonna call Tommy, and Tommy's gonna be like, oh yeah, why are you coming to me? Why do I need to hold your hand through everything? So Julio takes all this, goes into this warehouse, and finds out it's the setup. It's 3 against 1. Julio is taking out dudes, but in the process, his Achilles get cut, and he gets stabbed. The guy takes the tattoo he had that they were saying blood in, blood out, unless you forgot your area code to your phone number. He cut it off his neck, talking about, you're not going to disrespect us no more. It's blood in, blood out. Julio fought for it to the end. I was sitting here like Cuba Gooding Jr. on Boys Man, like, Julio. Like, why? Why? I hate you, Dre. I hate you. I've never liked anyone named Dre. Dr. Dre from Dre and Ed Lover, this Dre, I just don't trust people simply named Dre. And I want Tommy to put his foot so far up your butt, he's gonna be licking his dang shoelaces. You're gonna be flossing with his shoelaces through your teeth, Dre. Oh, you sneaky little thing. Oh, I'm even ignoring the fact that he's cute right now. You sneaky little thing. But going back, Tommy is in Chicago. Tommy is missing out on all this. He's missing out on knowing Kanan's back. He's missing out on knowing the ghost has gotten out of jail because he's in Chicago meeting with the big boss. And he's really going in being precautious, checking over his shoulder, like, what's going on. He left his phone, which was smart thinking because, number one, you can't be tracked or traced with it. And then when he's coming up on the elevator, it was so funny to me. He's getting out of the elevator and he's walking, and they take his gun out the back. And he's like, yeah, I hope you guys get stuck on the way down. I love the way Tommy talks. And so he's going there, he's looking over his shoulder, and you know, the main guy is telling him, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And he's like, so, you know, I want you to cut all ties with Ghost. And he's like, well, look, I've been down this road before. So if you're asking me to kill Ghost, that's not going to happen. He's like, no, I just don't want you to be doing business with him anymore. You need to sever all ties. He's like, okay, yeah, whatever. He's like, how you going to know? How you going to know unless somebody tell you? So he's like, okay, I want you to stay. I'm thinking about you running LA, and you know, you running both coasts and everything. And Tommy's like, okay, I'll definitely, we'll work together on this. He's like, stay tonight, party Chicago style. Tommy stays. He's sitting there. He's just chilling with them. They bring out these drinks. They're like, this is the special, the house special. Tommy throws it back like, yeah, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Throws back another. I don't know how many he threw back. He's walking out with them. All of a sudden, he's like, okay, I'm feeling like, oh yeah. And then he gets hit in the back of the head. I'm like, oh my goodness, why? You told him earlier, you don't have to be looking over your shoulder. No one's going to bust through the door on you. Are you meaning they're not going to bust through the door on you this time? Just at this moment, no one's going to bust in the door on you. But, you know, later on, you know, you might want to watch yourself, son. Because, yeah, we're going to get you because we never approved for you guys to kill Milan. And I'm like, what? You did. You approved. Sorry, my hair was hurting. I'm like, you approved it. And so we get back to, I'm skipping ahead. We get to Tommy. He wakes up. They have him in the trunk of his car. They pull him out. They take him over. There's this big grave already, the big hole in the ground. He's like, oh man. The Batar comes around and he's like, yeah, you never got the approval to kill Milan. And Tommy's like, what are you talking about? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, you did. You told me that. You were in the room. You said that. You said that is the only reason why we killed Milan. He's like, he's lying to you. He's telling him he's lying. So they bring out chick that was, I think her name was Natasha, Natalie, something like that. Chick that was working at Truth during that time. When Milan was there too also. She comes out of nowhere all with her furs and everything. I'm like, yeah, I do understand it is that cold in Chicago. And she's talking to him and she's saying something, and the only thing Tommy can make out is his name. Where she says, yes, Tommy, and Tommy's like, okay. God pulls his gun. Tommy's like, I'm about to die. Oh well. He closes his eyes, and the only thing he can think of that brings him a little bit of peace is an image of Holly. And then you hear a gunshot, and he opens his eyes like, he shot Batar. He's like, then he's, you know, Tommy in his usual self starts talking noise, and he's like, okay, we look forward to doing business with you. You know, we're going to work things out. And Tommy's like, okay, yeah, I'm never going to let you walk behind me again. He's like, okay, here's the keys to your car. He's like, I was serious after you. I gotta watch you. You're not to be, you know, I got to look over my shoulder with you. So, with, that was, I want to go back because I just thought about it with earlier within the show with Lakeisha. Lakeisha's meeting up with Tasha and they're talking, and Lakeisha's all pissed off. She's like, yeah, the salon is back open, but I want out. I don't know what this means. What does this mean, Ghost being out? I want out. I want out. And I'm like, if y'all could have killed anyone, why didn't y'all kill her? I'm sorry, I love Lala, but her character irritates me, and she seems like a real weak link. And you know, there's a lot of spoilers coming out there saying this person's gonna be killed and this person's gonna be killed. I'm not really focused on that because it's coming from all these different websites, and we have no idea if that's true or not. Me myself personally, when the character Jukebox was introduced, I thought Jukebox was gonna be James's new girlfriend, and I was on social media spilling that piping hot tea out, and it turned out to be completely wrong. So I'm really not taking from what people are saying. They may have caught it correct about Julio, but some of the other things they're predicting, I'm like, that does not make sense. Especially not after today's episode. I'm sorry. Where I am, Power comes on and Claws come on at the same time. I cannot miss Claws. Power is uploaded at midnight. So that's why a lot of people are like digging to it early in the morning. Anyway, neither here nor there. But, you know, in the midst of everyone looking for Tommy, Tommy is missing out on all this stuff that's going on. Now, on his way back to New York from Chicago, he takes a detour, and because he's riding, he sees where Holly is from. Was it Cleveland? Wherever she was from. Wherever. So he takes a detour and he's looking at this house there. And I'm sitting here thinking, at first I'm thinking, okay, you're going to track down her dad or something. And then I'm like, the way Tommy went in and he was talking, he was asking about the house. It's like, what's a den? Like, we don't have dens in New York. I was like, okay. I started thinking, okay, is Tommy going to buy a house so he can live in between New York and Chicago? And that's going to make him feel connected to Holly in some way, because he still hasn't come to grips with the term that he's the one who killed her. What is he doing? What he's doing, he asked the guy, he's like, so, you know, the guy asked him, do you have any kids? He's like, nah, that wasn't in the cards for me. It's like, you? He's like, yeah, I have 2 daughters. It's like, yeah. You like to F your 2 daughters? And the guy's like, what kind of question is that? And he's like, yeah, I know Holly. And he's like, Holly Weaver, my niece? He's like, yeah, the one you used to sneak in and rape and molest. And he's like, she was 9 years old. She was asking for it. Right there, I'm like, okay. If you don't know anything about me, I'm a rape survivor. I don't know how a 9-year-old asked for it. I don't know exactly. I still haven't comprehended that in my mind, how someone asked to be raped. So, you know, maybe y'all can leave that in the comments too. I don't know. I don't know how you just personally ask for somebody to just take your body without your permission. Especially at 9. That didn't even make sense. Tommy kills him, and I'm like, the first thing coming to my mind is like, okay, when Ghost kills people, at least Ghost wears gloves, except for this last time with the little window incident, and this is why we have the whole thing, he went to jail with the whole Greg thing, but he makes sure his DNA is not left. Tommy, you gonna touch this man's phone, you touching stuff around the house, you gonna touch the murder weapon. I need you to stop touching stuff, or either I need you to carry a nice pair of OJ gloves with you at all times. So Tommy's feeling like, you know, he's feeling kind of renewed as a new man himself, because he's like, okay, I've avenged Holly in some type of way, but really you still haven't come to terms with, you killed Holly. So moving on to the other, what's going on with Tariq. Tariq is hanging out with Jukebox. So it was Jukebox who took him. She has him in this old, creepy looking house somewhere in Queens. And he's sitting there playing games, and I'm like, okay, how long have you been sitting there? Because you still got this jacket on. I mean, aren't you hot? Are you cold? Or what's going on? He's been sitting there this long, and it hasn't sunk into his head that something's wrong. And he's like, where's Slim? He's playing video games. Where's Slim? You said Slim was coming. Oh, he's just taking his time in his old age. And so she pours him up one of them old concoctions. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, how'd you get the name Jukebox? I like to demonstrate. How'd you get the name Jukebox? And she's like, well, when I was little, I knew all the songs that could come on the radio, and I knew how to sing them and imitate the people that sang them. He's like, yeah, you're that good? And he's like, yeah. She's like, you want me to sing you something? It's like, what do you like? She's like, she's like, what does your mom like? And he's like, yeah, well, she always used to sing this song called Midnight Train to Georgia, though I don't know who sung it. I'm like, another thing, if you don't know anything else about me, besides my name is Tara LaShawn. Okay, I'm from Texas. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. My household was raised to be Dallas Cowboys fans. Yeah, I am a rape survivor. Yes, I do have a radio show. And one other thing, My dad, who I currently take care of because he had a stroke, if you didn't know that as well, he also was a musician. So for me to say something like that to him, I don't know who sings Midnight Train to Georgia, I would have got the pure D shit slapped out of me. And that's what I wanted to do to Tyreek. I just wanted to slap him for so many more reasons. But at the time, it was him not knowing the song. But for me, it's like, you don't know when you are in the presence of danger. Child, what is wrong with you? Okay. Once again, like I said, this episode had my blood pressure going up. So he's like, I need my Halo Jackson. And he's like, she's like, yeah. So she starts humming, and he sits here and falls asleep, and she's like, night, night. She's like, lights out. So Kanan sneaks up on Ghost. And when Ghost's facial expression, when Kanan turned around and he saw it was Kanan, priceless. He's like, how did you survive a fire? It's like, dang, I got to do better. Man, I killed Rollo and he got away with that. That was another sad one too, bro. Julio. Okay, stop. He's like, how did I miss killing this dude? So they driving, and he's like, they're in the car, and Kanan's like, you gonna get this money, don't do nothing stupid, I know you. We got Tariq, you gonna give us money for him. And so he's like, what you gonna do? He's like, I just got out, I don't have any money. He's like, you better come up with something. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go rob Tommy. He's like, I've been calling Tommy, I don't know where he is, I'm gonna go rob his little spot. Which I know him, once he explains it to Tommy, they're gonna be cool. They're not gonna be cool about his guy up there who was wearing headphones. I forgot his name that quick too, who was just putting the money through the machine, counting the money and everything. And he done been on there since episode 1 too. How Kanan shot him and killed him. So, but we see James go in there and he's doing what he needs to do to survive, to get Tariq, pretty much. He's doing what he needs to do in order for him to stay alive and in order for Tariq to stay alive. So the next morning rolls around, Tasha's looking for Tariq, and Tariq is in the bathroom, and Jukebox is like, hurry it up, shake it off. And he comes out, he's like, I gotta go home. My mama's about to be looking for me. Tell Slim I'll just call him later. She knocks him in the back of the head, telling me, look what you made me do. He didn't make you do anything. Stop blaming it on this child, even though he is dumb. His character is dumb. So by the time Ghost and Kanan get to the house, Kanan is having like this little change of heart. And he's like, look, I'm gonna give you this gun. You can shoot me for all the stuff we done been through, or we can go in there together, because I don't know who else she got in there, and we can get your son. So they go in there, and I'm at this point of the show, I'm sitting here like, I am so confused, because I'm still on Tommy almost got killed, Julio done got killed, everybody hates Dre, everybody wants to kill Dre. And I'm sitting here like, okay, Dre and Cristobal, y'all next on the list. But then I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, you gonna forgot about him trying to burn you up. You still mad about him sending you to jail for 10 years. What's with this buddy movement crap? And then they go in, and Jukebox makes Kanan confess who he is. And he's like, I'm not really Slim, I'm really Kanan. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, he really did care for Tariq. And he's like, hey, your dad didn't kill Sean, I killed Sean. I killed my own son. And if I had to do it over again, yeah, I'd do it again. I'm like, what is this? What Courtney killed? What is this? What's going on? And at the end, Kanan ends up shooting Jukebox. I'm like, and saying, see you around, little nephew. And takes the bag of money and goes off. And I'm like, what is this? So we leave with Tariq kind of shaking and looking over himself. And in the previews, Tariq is going to be messed up. So Tariq is becoming a new man, because now Tariq is seeing, he's being exposed to everything that James and Tasha have been trying to keep him away from. He's now being exposed to it. And he's just like, like, man, I could have just still been just sitting up playing video games in the house, you know, with my mom and my sister, and I'm gonna start hanging out with these dudes, and this, oh man, this is crazy. So his exposure to that, yeah, he's gonna be a totally different little dude. Bet he'll listen now. Oh, this episode, I mean, it wasn't my favorite. It wasn't one of my favorites because it was just too much emotion. It was just too much going on one episode for me. Just this one. I can't really put a name. I just can't. Maybe it's just Julio dying that just took it all from me. But it was just something about this episode. I just don't know. I don't know. So if you feel the same way, please leave it in the comments. If you feel the same way, please hit the like button. If you don't feel the same way, well, screw it. You just don't feel the same way. And next week, the preview for next week, it looks like Angela does some dirty work. She calls old Milk Dud head over, Donovan, and they're looking at the video footage, and they finally, I guess they finally figure out that freaking Mike is the leak. Was the leak. I mean, oh, goodness gracious. I don't know how much more I can take. I don't know how much I can take. But I want to see when Ghost and Tommy meet up and they discuss everything. I hope everything's cool with them. I know Tommy is not going to excommunicate himself from Ghost no matter what. They've been through too much together. But this is just my spill on how I felt about Power. So please, once again, tell me how you feel in the comments. Make sure you hit the like button. Tell your friends. And I'll see you guys next week for Power Episode 7. Bye, lovelies.